shadow over there then.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What was that?
I swear down where you were sat there was a woman's face next to you, next to Elizabeth.
Shut up.
I swear on my life.
Was that you that made that noise?
There's a woman in here, definitely. There's something really not right about that, bro. Right guys, here we are back again, start of a new series. We're back on the road and we are on our way up north today. We're heading towards Manchester to investigate the reportedly haunted Antwerp Mansion. Do you want to tell them a little bit about it, Brian?
Yeah, sure. It's an old mansion that was built in 1840 and it was a private residence at that point. After that, I think it was 80 years later, it got transformed into a gentleman's club in the 1920s?
1920, yeah.
1920. And then after that, for a while, it was abandoned and then reopened later on as a nightclub in the early 2000s. And I think they closed down back in 2019, and since then it's only used for the paranormal, basically, I believe, and you can hire it for other things too. Throughout its history of being what it's been, there have been a lot of reported ghost sightings and...
Yeah, ghost sightings all through different periods in time, really.
Yeah.
Up until present day.
And there are a lot of reasons for the potential sightings. I mean, back when it was a residence, there was a story of a little boy that they were playing at the very top of the mansion, and they were jumping over the skylight, and the little boy unfortunately fell through the skylight and hit the stone floor. It is reported that it's not 100% clear whether he actually died from that incident or not, but as we're yet to see it, I get the impression it is a fair way up in the sky, and hitting a stone floor would have probably killed him, if not, you know.
Yeah, especially back in those days, I think it struggled to survive that.
Yeah,
there's a lot of different hauntings. What do you think is the catalyst for the hauntings? What do you think could cause the hauntings at Antwerp?
My theory is more so how the property's developed over time. So I think when things have been changed over time, I think that can cause unrest. I think that can cause spirits who may be there previously, maybe a former owner. They might not like the way their property has changed, and therefore they may haunt it basically and want to see it return to its former glory. And I think with the development of it turning into the gentleman's club, or I reckon a nightclub, I think that could have caused the unrest.
I suppose with the nightclub there'd have been a lot of alcohol, drugs, I should imagine, and various,
Yeah. Well, I have heard a lot of stories of a lot of behaviour which did happen at the Antwerp Mansion that was probably fuelled by alcohol and drugs, and including one guy that got stabbed outside there. I think it was because he didn't share a cigarette or something. So
you think like previous owners could be upset seeing what's happened to like their beloved house, etc.?
I think it's a possibility,
because it did stay in one family for a long period of time, didn't it? So,
yeah. What's your theory?
My theory, it's the original house owners, obviously the family that were there for a long period of time. Well, the whole estate, in effect, was actually a secluded estate. It was kind of lawless, the Antwerp area. Where a lot of slavery was abolished, slavery continued there and was quite brutal by all accounts from what I've read in the history books, which makes me think potentially it could be driven through the abuse and mistreatment of people, basically slavery. I think that could certainly be the dark energy there, especially the dark energy that lurks in the basement. There was actually a big steel door on the basement that was alarmed apparently, and I've also found an area that they believe was once like a holding area or a cell that people would have been dumped in to die.
Yeah, they don't actually know what it was used for.
They can't assume. They can't prove it, but they assume that potentially that's and if that is the case, and slaves have been abused there and then dumped to die, I think that the energy there could certainly be what's causing the dark energy in the cellar, if not throughout the whole house. Yeah,
because that room that you've just talked about is not listed on any of the plans of the building, so nobody actually knows what its purpose was. Nobody knows why there was an alarm on the basement door either, so you can only imagine.
Yeah. Either way, it's nice to be back on the road. It is nice to be starting a new season.
Absolutely.
It's nice to get back to doing what we do. We've missed it, and
looking forward to this one. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we look forward to it. Hope you enjoy the video. Right guys, welcome to Series 5, Episode 1. It's been a crap year with lockdown, but we're back up and running. We're starting again, and we've got a great location tonight. We've got Antwerp Mansion. Relatively famous location, so looking forward to it. Let's have a look at the setup. This is the main entrance. I say the building's absolutely full of history. Rumour has it that Winston Churchill himself actually come here. Apparently had a friend that lived round the corner, and this was one of the only places that used to serve drinks after 11 when it was a gentleman's club in the 1920s. So rumour has it he come here. That's interesting. It's in this main area tonight where you will be doing a lone vigil, isn't it, Brian?
Yeah, I've chosen this location. It's a pretty cool looking staircase.
Story to the location is, once again, rumour has it, up at the skylight up there was a young child that was playing, jumping to and fro, and actually fell through the skylight, and not much more we know.
The stone floor,
I believe he probably died. I can't imagine he would have survived.
Not from this height. When you actually see it in person, that's very, very high.
But people have reported hearing footsteps on the stairs, young children crying, so we'll be focused on this area. Well, Brian will be focusing on this area, doing a solo investigation here later on.
Yeah.
We've decided to set up an analogue recorder tonight, actually on the staircase. I'll start running now, listening for any footsteps or crying or any audible EVPs. Also, I believe you'll be doing a bit of Singapore theory here, won't you?
Yeah, I'm going to, try and take it back to the days where it was a club. I'm going to play some rave music, and I'm going to get the laser grid out.
Yeah.
And just see whether that actually causes any upset or unrest, and see if that has an impact.
Past people who once lived here were probably quite upset to see it as a nightclub, so we've got a lot of cameras set up covering the staircase as usual, so that will be picking right up. And that's the main hallway, the main staircase. you run through here. This would have been part of the nightclub in more recent times. Before that, probably it was like a lounge where people would drink and what have you. What we've actually done tonight here, we're going to do a Ouija board session. We've set up the Ouija board, we've got a REM pod next to it. This will be our first location tonight. We'll be working together in here, won't we? In this location, there actually used to be a doorway through here. And apparently when people were sat in the adjacent room, they would actually see people walking through here. So that's interesting. I think this is one of the more riskier areas when it was a gentleman's club. As once again, as usual, we've got a lot of camera set up. Picking up the staircase, and obviously where the apparition has been seen. So let's go down to the depths of hell now. Let's head to the basement. Interesting to note, under recent renovation, they've actually found this hole down here, which I believe was once potentially a prison cell or a holding cell. Why they would need that in a mansion, we don't know, but they can't find any other use for it because of the design. It was actually plastered on the inside. There's no other doorway or entrance.
And the rest of the cellar wasn't plastered, was it?
It wasn't that. So I believe that was probably actually a holding cell.
Let's see if I'll get a bit of a camera view down there.
Can they held down there? We don't know.
Hopefully it won't drop my phone. But yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. And that's not a real skeleton. Looks pretty alarming on there actually.
I bet it probably does.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder if there is real skeletons down there. I know, obviously.
You wouldn't know, you can't see it.
For slavery and stuff, so it's potentially it could have been when slaves were misbehaving, or you don't know. Following on to that, mannequin scared me.
Oh yeah, these.
There's actual slats in the wall here, as well. I believe was possibly actually a serving hatch where they would have served food through, which reinforces the idea that that's probably a prison of some sort.
Yep.
However, it's interesting. It wasn't really designed to get people out, was it? With a 6-foot drop.
No, and they said the upper lip, you'd have to literally, it overhangs, doesn't it?
Fingers, so that's interesting. I thought I saw something behind you there.
Ooh.
The light playing tricks on me, but I thought I saw a shadow. Which is interesting actually, because one of the main stories in the cellar is that it's supposed to be a very negative entity actually wanders around the cellar, isn't it?
It's meant to be.
Dark shadow figure is supposed to wander around the corners of the cellar watching you. Which is a little bit unnerving.
And it is absolutely freezing down here as well, isn't it?
It is quite freezing. If we walk this way, this would actually have been, during the Second World War, this was actually a bomb shelter for the servants. Prior to that, it was obviously a coal bunker, which was converted into a bomb shelter. So that's interesting.
Very
I
much.
wonder if any of their energy remains down here, if I'll pick up any of it tonight. I'm doing a solo vigil down here tonight, so I'm a little bit nervous about it, to be honest. It's been a while since we've been out investigating, and this is obviously a very creepy place. Creepy cellar. I just think it's very big, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
As usual, we've got lots of camera set up, covering, well, mainly the walkway in the middle of the cellar.
Yeah.
To the different rooms. We walk through here.
Thank you.
Oh. This was what I believe was initially the laundry room, and then after that, I think it was what's the word?
It became the safe.
Yeah, it became a safe. So they keep all the money and valuables during the gentleman's club period, I believe.
You can see they got a few little bits of props as well.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So, somewhere else I'll be investigating on my own tonight. I'm looking forward to it in the dark, actually.
You'll be fine.
In here was once a wine cellar. It's the first time we've had light in here tonight, and I didn't know there was dolls there, so that's interesting. Okay, that took me by surprise.
You can tell.
That has took me by surprise. But yeah, this has been a wine cellar. There's lots of quite creepy, unique things in this building. Yeah.
Oh, this is my favourite area.
I mean, this room
Look at this.
is once again quite peculiar.
Look at how creepy these are.
Yeah. So as you can imagine, spending
Look
the
at
night
that.
in here alone is not something I'm particularly relishing.
This is Evie's weird shelving of weird items, isn't it?
Yeah.
What was in the jar again? A doll's arm? Doll's leg? Can't really tell anymore.
Strange things. It does make you wonder if there are spirits wandering this place, what they will make of this and how it will make them act, or will it fuel that negative energy? I swore I saw a shadow again. I don't know if it's the light.
So you're already seeing shadow figures?
I'm already seeing shadows. But I don't know if it's the light playing tricks with my
And
eyes.
well, how are you feeling now that you've...
It's going to be different in night vision, obviously.
You feeling unnerved by that, or...?
I'll be honest, I'm very apprehensive about being down here on my own. Really apprehensive.
Okay.
Because I don't know if it's been just because it's been so long between investigations or what, but mind you, the rest of the house I felt quite comfortable in so far, but down here I do feel watched, like something's
Around.
yeah, like something's watching me.
Okay.
I think one of the creepiest things as well is these, the mannequins.
Yeah.
They're obviously art props, however, they have been said to move, so that's interesting. Not to mention this one mannequin here that
What, the legs?
actually doesn't belong to the owner. I don't actually know where it's come from. It just appeared. So.
Appears of, yeah, out of nowhere. Some body parts up there as well, look.
Well,
Look at the hands.
I don't know if you want to look in that.
Oh, I've already zoomed in on that
That's
earlier.
quite,
Bit of a fright.
yeah, that's.
That'll catch you out in the dark, that
Catch
one.
me out in the dark. Right, should we head upstairs?
Let's head upstairs. The artwork here is incredible as well. That's really cool.
Right,
It says Antwerp Mansion.
Right, here we are on the top of the main staircase, the main hallway. Once again, things are being seen, figures. I've actually been seen walking the whole length of the building, which I believe is sort of from that window all the way through, actually through the ballroom, which is here. We're doing some experiments, possibly in here tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's such a vast location. It's hard to actually pick where to focus. It's a phenomenal location, it really is. And every room seems to have its own story, its own haunting. So,
If I'm right in thinking, I think we were told that the energy in this room is apparently good.
yeah, it's got good energy. But I believe they've had like wedding receptions and big banquets here, so it's probably quite a vast energy, but quite positive, I should imagine.
Yeah.
So this is the ballroom.
You're right, I thought you saw something then.
No, it's this. It's actually that.
That's quite funny actually.
It came by surprise.
Yeah, I thought you almost like took a double take.
Right, this is one of the rooms we're going to be focused on as well. This was actually the mistress's bedroom. Where she looked out onto the gatehouse. So I can imagine all sorts of strange things went on in here. Lots of secrets. Interesting place to focus on. What sort of vibe do you get from this room?
I'll be honest, I don't really pick up a vibe from here at the minute.
No.
Nothing at all. It's actually quite calm.
It's interesting because other than the cellar, this is the only other place I'm sort of feeling like a negative energy.
Oh really?
I feel sort of, well, it feels oppressive. Like once again, like you're being watched, like you shouldn't be in here. Whether that's because it was the mistress's room or what, but I do sort of feel like not welcome in this room.
Oh, okay,
So
interesting.
it'd be interesting to do some experiments in this room. Isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Once again, it could be subconscious, knowing what room it was. In this room tonight, this was actually it was actually the nursery room, I believe. It's kind of just an abandoned room now. It was the nursery many years ago. So as usual, we've got a locked off camera set up. It's pointing over here to our trigger object, Henry on. And we've got an illuminator set up as well, motion sensor illuminator. So hopefully if there are any spirits of children who once played in this room, perhaps they'll come and touch Henry, see him as a new toy from, to be honest, it's from the same sort of period in time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So hopefully, once again, a bit of Singapore theory there, hopefully they'll come, move and touch him. Or maybe Henry himself will make his presence known. So that'll be interesting. And that's the Antwerp Mansion. So we're going to head down now. I think we're probably going to start the Ouija board session, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. Right guys, we're going to start the Ouija board session. Here we are. It was once that's the main clubbing room, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Antwerp Mansion. Right. Start by saying hello. If there's anybody here, can you please come forward, use our energies, and join this Ouija board. What we want you to do is spell out the first initial of your name to start with. First initial of your name. What does your name begin with? What's that?
C.
C. It's the second letter of your name. Tell us your first name.
That looks like a V. Okay. Maybe that's initials?
That's your initials. Spell out your first name for us. We want a name that we can call you by. A name that people would have known you by. We want to know how to address you.
C.
What's that?
H. CH.
When you use our energy, continue to spell out your name. Think what I'm thinking. I think that's an R.
I think that's an R.
You're squeaking then.
There's something over there.
Oh, I'm guessing this is going to go to there.
Shh.
I know I shouldn't say it,
But yeah. What was that?
I don't know. I heard a tap our nose on.
Is that a sign that you're...
Yes, that's come up, yes. Chris, yes. It's not very regal. I shouldn't say that. Okay, Chris, thank you for that. We're talking to someone called Chris. Did you die here, Chris? No. Okay.
What's your connection to Antwerp Mansion, Chris?
I feel fucking strong or what?
Does? L. O. P. V.
I know what I think it's trying to say. Yeah. I don't think it meant that, I think it means love. Is that an E or a B?
B.
Or maybe not.
Okay. Didn't quite understand that message.
How old are you, Chris? How old were you when you died? Eight. 80 something or 8? Were you 8 when you died? Yes.
Do you know what year you passed away, Chris?
There's a shadow over there then.
Where?
You know our base room where we've got everything?
I can't even
Shadow
see.
walked across the bar.
Shut up.
No, honestly, straight up. It just whipped straight across the bar. Because you know we've got our light, well, the light behind
Yeah.
in the base room.
For real?
For real, straight up. Shadow just went
Quick.
really quick. Really quick.
Did you see the shadow then, Chris? Or was that you, or...
Chris, did you just run? This room almost feels smoky.
A little bit, yeah.
Yes.
Would you say it...
Mate, what the hell?
Would you say it was like a child?
Look at my arm. I've got like goosebumps. I couldn't say, I literally just saw a black shadow run across the bar.
Are you friendly, Chris? We're friendly. We don't mean any harm to you.
I'll stop looking now.
Chris?
Right, we can't let that leave the board, Chris. Tell us.
I think he went to goodbye, to be honest, yeah.
Goodbye.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that, yeah?
It was like a tapping.
My hands, my skin's gone on end. Chris, if you're still here, we'd love to speak to you. We don't mean you any harm.
How strong is that?
And again.
What?
Shadow again.
Are you kidding?
No.
Where are you seeing it?
Literally, you know where that door is?
Mate, I think I just saw
It's like
it.
it just ran across the bar.
I think I just saw that. I'm missing a letter. I'm totally
Oh,
just...
sorry, we're looking again now. Chris, talk to us again.
I think it was...
Is there anything you want to tell us?
Whoa, okay.
What's that?
N. I had a few letters before that, though. I don't get this.
I don't. Why? I'm sure that said R-U-M. Do you reckon it meant R-U-N? Run. What is that? That's just happened
Or
again.
run.
That's just happened again. Right. Shutting down the Ouija board. Right, follow me with that. Right, I'm just going to grab the night vision camera from up here.
I'll move the planchette off it, shall I?
Right, I'm just grabbing the night vision camera. I don't know if you want to turn that one off.
Yeah.
Right, if you knock that off, right, I'm going to turn the torch off and go into night vision mode.
Can we stop recording on this now?
Yeah, stop recording, go into night vision mode. I want to have a look down here because I need to know what that shadow was. The shadow? Well, let me show you. Let's go back in the room. I'll show you.
I think I saw something past that door.
Yes, that's what I'm seeing. Right, in this room here, it's actually where all our equipment is, where we started setting up. So we keep the lights on, it's the front of the house, no real reported activity, so we thought we'd use it as a base room. While we were doing the Ouija board, past this doorway, I've actually seen, well, we've both seen now, a black shadow running across. Whether that is, oh, I've got so cold. Whether that is the young boy Chris, I don't know.
8-year-old
I'm seeing all sorts, mate, behind you.
I'm hearing all sorts.
I'm seeing all sorts behind you. This is really strange. I think there was a young boy in here. It felt like there was loads of running around. Did you see that?
Well,
that shadow going past there?
It was quick. Whatever it was very, very quick.
Now I don't know. It did spell out rum.
What did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah. They said I was tapping right. Right, wait there. Let's try something. Right, Chris, you're here with us. I want you to copy what I'm doing. I want to see if you can copy this sound. Do it again for you. Tap on anything you like. Use your energy to copy the sound for me. It feels like the energy's just dropped now, like it's gone quiet.
Oh, that's for sure. Chris, we don't mean you any harm. Can you show yourself to us, please? So I think we've seen you.
When he said yes, it was him running past the door.
Are you the young lad who died? Hang on, he didn't. They didn't die at the mansion, did
He didn't die here, but it said it was 8. Shall we try the Ouija board again?
I think we just go on it one more time and
Try and ask to see if we can get it.
see if we can contact him again.
Can I just say I am now
Nervous.
shitting myself about going down that basement on my own. Genuinely. Spending an hour down there to myself is actually making me shit myself. Right, you ready?
I just want to say one thing.
So,
We're going to do a Ouija board, but before we do it again, we'd like to see you run past the door. The
I
fuck?
think that was me. I think.
Do you mean you think?
I think that was me. I think I'll put it there like that.
Okay.
I think.
Before we get going with the Ouija board, we want to see you walk past the door or run past the door one more time. Because that's what we've come here for. We want to make contact. We want to communicate. And we'd like evidence of the paranormal or the afterlife. And when we're looking at the Ouija board, we can't see you. So can you show yourself to us now?
Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Oh, it's you.
I'm going to put the REM pod on the bar while we do the Ouija board.
Okay.
If that goes off while we do the Ouija board, we know somebody is running across the bar. I'm positive. I saw it not just once, about 3 times in the end.
So that's why I wanted to link them, the two things together.
It's weird. It's almost like the energy on the board is immense. Yeah, I could definitely see something down there.
Right, so we're going to continue with the Ouija board. Can you either come through and make contact with us and answer our questions, or could you go to the red light on the bar, on the table in front of you, and can you try and touch it?
Chris, if you're here, speak to us. Is there anybody here with you or on your own? Or are you on your own? Must be scary being such a young boy in here on your own. But we don't mean you any harm.
Is it still Chris that we're talking to? That's the thing. I mean, he did say goodbye. H E. He.
Expected something else. Chris, who is he?
He. Who is he, Chris? Oh.
What's that?
D, I think. C. What was that? C. What was that? C. What was that? Just tell me what you just heard.
It sounded like that, but no, it's like a pop. It's like a. Right, Chris, we need to know, are you here alone? Speak to us, please. Yes. Are we speaking to Chris?
You've just read my mind. So I was going to ask.
Oh, I've gone cold. I say no.
Yeah.
What would it say? Use the yes, but not the no on the board.
I
Who
don't
are
know.
we speaking to?
D. F. Right, who are we talking to?
I think it's just random letters.
Could you please give us an answer?
No, someone's playing games. Right, we're going to head upstairs now to what was once the Mistress's room. Are you going to follow us there? No. Is your energy only in this room?
Why is that? D. J. DJ.
Okay.
You're a DJ here.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This is modern. Okay.
Hang on. So what's your DJ name? S. T. O. Store. DJ Storm. Is that correct? DJ Storm. I'm assuming that was yes.
How old are you?
$39.
This is weird, man.
And when were you a DJ here?
See.
2017.
Was it a nightclub?
Yeah. Interesting.
Right, we're going to say goodbye now.
It's lovely chatting to you. Thank you.
Be at peace.
Thank you for coming through to us. Goodbye. Take care. I'm being polite.
I'm shitting myself.
That was very weird. I don't even get it.
That's the weirdest Ouija board I've ever done.
It's the one that, well, it does make sense, and it doesn't make sense because it's the location, it's the area where you would expect to have a DJ, but I've not heard of a DJ.
Oh, the thing is, I wasn't thinking. It sounds weird. When we had Chris come through, I was thinking Victorian child. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking modern day.
No, I wasn't.
What's going to be really weird now is we're going to have to do some research after this.
Yeah.
And if we find out, what's his DJ name?
DJ Storm.
If we find out there's a DJ called DJ Storm who died, to be honest, I don't think people believe it. But I'm going to bring the rep on, put it back on the stage. I'm actually going to rest it in the middle of the Ouija board.
Okay. Right. Chris, DJ Storm, whoever is here that we've spoken to, or anyone who is here that we haven't spoken to, we're going to leave this room now, but we've left a REM pod, which is the device on the Ouija board in front of you on the stage. We've left that on, and it's the thing with the red light on it, and if you can go to that and touch it for us, it will activate for us. If you do that, we'll know that you're here.
There is a DJ here, try and play a tune with it.
You've just heard the sound it makes.
All we have to do is touch it. I know about you, I feel like it's changed the mood a little bit.
Yeah, sort of. I just don't really know what to think after that. What we're going to do now is we're going to head upstairs and we're going to go to the Mistress's room. We're going to take Elizabeth with us, and we're going to do, I think, some spirit box up there.
Yeah, see if she'll, interact with Elizabeth as well then.
Exactly. Or perhaps see if we can get any more further conversation from that Ouija board that we just had, but it didn't seem likely. They seemed like they were grounded in that room, whoever's in there. So we'll head up there and see what happens there.
Excellent.
To be fair, I'll do it one after anyway, so.
Right guys, here we are. We are upstairs now. We're just going to go into the red room. So this is the only other room I actually feel apprehensive,
Not to
unwanted in.
not to alert you, but
What?
that KT's going mental.
What the? Get it on camera, mate.
Can't see where I'm going, but
Get it
yeah,
on camera.
that is.
Is there somebody in this room with us?
That's flickering a light.
Has Elizabeth moved?
I don't think so.
That's quite constant though.
That is constant.
But that wasn't like that when we put it in here.
Would you mind if I sit on your bed?
It's dying down now. No, it's actually died down and we're close to it.
Well, that makes no sense.
That wasn't doing that when we set it up.
I'm going to go sit on the bed now.
Just for argument's
Is that going to
sake,
offend you?
I want to turn this off. Right. We enjoy playing with the lights. If you do, come over here. Play with them by the window.
Okay.
That's going higher. No, I don't know. Stop now.
Well, not fully stopped, but yeah.
I can't work out if there's a problem with the K2 or if that's actually. But then again, it was steady just on one green when I set it up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've got an idea. Right. Will you please come away from that light for me? Come away from the light and walk towards me. Well, come away from it. I don't want it to hurt you. Come away from the light.
What's
What's
that?
that? Did you hear something like some steps on the floorboard behind
Yeah.
you? I think there must be an issue with the K2.
I don't know, because that's.
It's going to red now. But it was steady earlier on when we set it up.
Yeah, and it wasn't going to red a minute ago either. Right, if that is you doing that, what? The fuck? What's wrong?
There was somebody on the bed then.
What?
There was a woman's face above Elizabeth.
Shut up.
I swear
Shut
down.
up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up.
I swear down. Where you were sat, there was a woman's face next to you, next to Elizabeth.
Shut up.
I swear on my life. I swear on my kids' lives. I swear on my kids' lives, there was a woman sat on the bed there next to you. You were sat here, and all I could see was like, from that above, just hovered above Elizabeth, and her head was just facing out.
What, looking at you, or?
Yeah, looking, like you looked at me, and then she was sat next to you looking at me. Oh my god, look at my arms.
I can't.
I've gone totally cold.
Was that you that made that noise? Was that you that made that noise? Was that you that made that noise? Was that you that made that noise?
There's a woman in here, definitely. There's a 100% I've just seen a woman sat on
Do
the
you
bed.
think that might explain the K2 activity?
It could well do. There is a woman in here. 100% there is a woman in here.
Can you please show yourself? I haven't seen you yet.
I didn't see long hair. It's like the hair was strapped close to her head. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it was tied close to her head.
Could you please appear on my camera?
Oh, mate, what if that was Elizabeth? What if that was
Actually, Elizabeth.
actually Elizabeth? It looked like it had come from within Elizabeth. It was hovering. It was like... It was like either somebody sat in the bed exactly where she is, or it was like it come out of her for a second.
Come on, I'm feeling a little bit left out here. I didn't see you. Can you show yourself in front of my camera for me?
Wow, I need a minute.
What do you mean? You'd be leaving me in here? You're right. I thought you were being sick then.
I feel sick. Mate, that was a woman. Just sat there. She just literally looked straight. It's like she looked through me. It's like she could see.
What happened then when you saw her?
I panicked and then looked back and she was gone.
Right, if there's a woman here, I want you to appear now behind Nathan.
Mate, this is going to sound really weird. It felt like... I don't want to say saw through me.
Like she wasn't looking at, looking...
No, it's like she was looking at me, but it's like... I can't explain it. There was something not nice about it.
What was, like, the look on her face, the vibe that you got?
It felt like it was sort of trying to... It's going to sound really weird. It felt like it was trying to come through me. I don't know if it was a look or what, but it felt like something was trying to come through me or come into me, or I don't know.
There's a massive orb that just went behind
into
you.
me or what, I don't know. There's something really not right about that, bro. I'm not sitting on that bed, I can't do it. That's fucking...
So you saw the head and the shoulders?
The head and the shoulders.
Crystal
Clear. I could say it was like a white sort of night top almost, and it's like the hair was swooped back.
Look, I'm going to sit on the bed again one more time. Can you just show yourself to our camera? We'd be very grateful. We've come a very long way to visit this property.
I knew there was something not right about this room, boy.
Sitting back on the bed. And me and Nathan... No.
What have you just said?
I didn't see anything, but I heard something behind me.
You're starting to believe me now?
I don't disbelieve you, but I heard something behind me. Right, there's
I
a...
would say she was about 40, late 30s, early 40s.
Okay.
Maybe older, I don't know.
Right, I'm sat back down on the bed. And obviously this thing's still going... Well, it's not actually. But can you make this device in my hand, can you light it all the way up for me? Can you give me all your energy?
Whoa, an orb just went straight into it then.
Did it?
Straight into the KT.
Can you give me all your energy?
Whoa, an orb just went straight into it then.
Can you give me all your energy?
Whoa, an orb just went straight into it then.
Can you light that up even more? Has gone up a tiny bit.
An orb went literally straight into the KT.
Can you light it all the way to red for me? You're almost there. How about now? Can you touch that? Can you touch that box which is lighting up, please, on the bed?
I'll stop closing up completely.
Sounds like a bit of a commotion to me. I feel something around my neck. Back of my neck.
Like being strangled or something?
No, not strangled. Almost like a couple of fingers massaging the back of my neck. That probably doesn't make any sense.
There's a click next to you there.
I heard it, yeah. And I've just seen like an orb above that chair that you were just sat on, but it was blue.
Kind of, it's going to sound really weird after everything. I feel like I've just started to breathe better again, like the air's lightened up in here, or... You know, like you're wearing a mask and you take it off? It's like suddenly I can feel, it feels like my lungs are filling full of air again.
Right, we're going to do some spirit box. I've got a device in my hand which you'll be able to talk to us through. So if you can manipulate the energy coming from this device and give us any messages that you may wish to have. We've got some questions to ask you. Is there a presence in this room with us? Where's the lady that Nathan saw a minute ago? Are you here? Here.
What's the name of the lady who sat on the bed? Tell us your name. What's that lady?
I heard lady, but I didn't think it meant to be.
Lady what? Are we not supposed to be in here because we're men?
Are you not very happy that I'm sat on your bed? How old are you? Come on, show us that you're here. Give us a clear message. How many spirits are in Antwerp Mansion? How long have you been here for?
The lady of this room tells us to leave. We will leave.
Will you show yourself again to us?
Thought I heard leave though.
Did you just ask us to leave?
Ooh, I've just got a cold right around the back of my ear holes.
Are you affecting Nathan?
Oh mate, it feels like there's an open window behind me or something. Right behind the back of my neck.
Yeah.
Right here. It's like the breeze is literally coming. More so here.
Over your one shoulder?
Over my left shoulder. It's halfway through, it literally felt like a breeze was just sort of... I can feel it now again.
Right, Nathan's now sat on the bed.
Is anyone here?
Behind you.
I think whatever it is in this room, I don't think it likes me. I'm honest.
Do you not like Nathan? If you don't like Nathan, can you give us a sign that that's true?
K2 is on my knee. You see that on the camera?
I can see, is it on green light at the minute?
Just one.
Yeah.
Right, it's on my knee. If you want us to leave, or you want me to leave, you have to come and touch my knee. Right, I'm going to head down to the cellar now.
Okay.
All the best.
Thank you very much. I'll set up the laser grid and see what happens. And we put a little bit of rave music on.
Okay, I'm literally just going to roll with it and just call out and see if I can get some EVPs or anything through the camera mic.
Alright, best of luck to you.
Okay, enjoy.
Have fun.
Right, here we go. Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
Sorry,
yeah.
man.
Don't think that's recorded.
Yeah, might have to record. Right, so there we go, down to the cellar. Safe to say, after what I've experienced already tonight, I'm not really looking forward to this. So, it's obviously said that shadows lurk around here. So, if they do, they're certainly going to startle me on my own down here. So I'm just going to have a walk around first and see if I can see anything. What was that? Oh god, okay, I'm hearing things already. It sounded like something scraping on the walls. And again, oh for God's sake, I'm not enjoying this already. Oh look, there's a load of creepy ass dolls. Just put onto the sea. Fuck. Right, okay, let's take this head on and enter this creepy ass room first. What does that sound there? Gas Liam. Something. Matty. Can you hear voices again?
So I've just set up the laser grid. Just tuning my ears in so I can hear my surroundings. I'm hearing a lot of noises, but I'm pretty sure I can pick out what they are. But yeah, so I'm stood in front of the staircase at Antwerp Mansion, and we've got the laser grid on the staircase. I thought this would be a great opportunity for any spirits here, that if you're here, come and interact with me on this staircase. Show your presence to me by walking up or down the staircase. If you can walk past any of these steps and any of these spotlights, I'll be able to see that you're there.
Is anybody down here with me? Make your presence known. Make a bang or a knock. Do something to make your presence known. Okay, I just heard 3 knocks then. I'm just wondering, I don't know, I wonder if that's Brian upstairs and if the noise has travelled. Because it sounded like it come from a long way away. But then I don't know as if the noise would travel.
Is there anyone here that was upset when this mansion got turned into a nightclub? If you were upset when this mansion got turned into a nightclub, Can you bang, please? Repeat after me.
Bri, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, have you been knocking, mate?
I was earlier, yeah. I was getting some call and response.
About sort of 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just heard knocking. I just wanted to work out whether it was you or whether it was something down here trying to contact me.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. So it looks like it was Brian that was knocking. That's interesting. That's good, to be honest, because that was quite creepy. So anyway, we continue my little tour down here, and then I'm going to ask some questions on the digital voice recorder. So, like I said, so the creepy dolls are. Go through here. Wow. That sounded like footsteps behind me, great. Surprisingly warm in here. Really warm in here, in fact. Wonder what people who once lived here would make of these things in here. Cages, etc. Really strange.
Earlier on, we spoke to the spirits of a little boy called Chris, 8 years old. I just said bang. And footsteps. For anyone that wasn't happy when this place got turned into a nightclub, I'm going to play some rave music. Do you want me to play rave music? Will you be upset if I do that? There's a lot of banging. And it sounds like footsteps. Is this going to annoy you? If you don't like the sound of this, come let me know. Or if you do enjoy the sound, come dance to the music. Come dance on the staircase. DJ Storm, if you're still there, we spoke to you earlier. I hope you enjoyed that. Did you like that? Can you give us a tap if you enjoyed that? Or let me know some other way.
I'm going to do, let's set up the camera in the other room. So I can do some EVPs. In fact, I might set it up in here. suppose if there's one thing I'm used to, it's creepy dolls. So anyway, next to them now, in the area that would have been the wine area, the servants area. I feel really knocked about tonight. I don't feel myself at all. And I just heard what sounded like dragging, literally right next to me. There is absolutely nothing here that would make a dragging sound. Absolutely nothing.
Right, we've got an old piano here. It's very detuned. I'm going to play you a little song, and I'm going to step away. And if you could you please play on the piano after for me? Can you imitate any of that for me, please? Even if it's just one key. Just press any key to get my attention.
Is anybody here? I've heard noises. I've heard knocking. I've seen things. I want you to speak to me now. I want you to try your best, use your energy and speak into the box in my hand. If you have a message for me. If you've tried to communicate with me at all tonight, do it through this box now. Speak into it. Tell me your name. I've heard knocking. I've seen things. I want you to speak to me now. I want you to try your best, use your energy and speak into the box in my hand. If you have a message for me. If you've tried to communicate with me at all tonight, do it through this box now. Speak into it. Tell me your name.
Right. Nothing on the staircase. Nothing on the piano. Pretty quiet area. Obviously, I've tried to communicate with the spirit of Chris and the young boy who, we don't know if he passed away, whether when he fell from the skylight, I'm literally stood right underneath it. And I don't know, it's been very quiet here.
My name's Nathan. I'm here to investigate the paranormal. Dead people, for a better phrase. People who live here, remain here, after they passed. I know you're here. We've seen enough and heard enough to know that you're here tonight. So there's no point in hiding. Instead, come and speak in this device. Use all your energy to talk to me. Send me a message. It's rumoured that slaves were kept down here. Maybe even tortured. If you're one of these people, speak up. Now's your chance to speak. Really tight around the throat. Pretty sure Brian said he felt tight around the throat earlier on. I'm here to investigate the paranormal. Dead people, for a better phrase. People who live here, remain here, after they passed. I know you're here. We've seen enough and heard enough to know that you're here tonight, so there's no point in hiding. Instead, come and speak in this device. Use all your energy to talk to me. Send me a message. It's rumoured that slaves were kept down here. Maybe even tortured. If you're one of these people, speak up. Now's your chance to speak.
How you getting on down there?
Fuck's sake, man. Fucking...
Did I catch you off guard?
You there, bro?
I'm in.
Out to me, and somebody did, but it turned out it was you down the walkie-talkie. That...
That's typical.
It's on camera, don't worry, you'll laugh. Right, before I was so rudely interrupted and scared. Right, I'm going to move on now to a different area of the cellar, and we're going to see if we can get any communication elsewhere, just so you guys know exactly what I was looking at. That's what was facing me while I was doing the DVPs. What was that? There's some really weird noises going on down here. Really weird noises. Okay. What the frick was that noise?
If there are any spirits here, Nathan is downstairs in the cellar by himself. If anyone's here, go and make your presence known to him. See if you can affect him in any way. Prove yourself to him.
One of the things we were told as we had a tour here, throughout the different generations and histories of people who have lived here, different time periods, etc. The, if you call it relics, the furniture, everything in the house has always sort of been left and passed down. The people who own it now love that. They absolutely love the artefact, and understandably so. I'm waffling now, but yeah, because it's obviously history. However, a lot of people believe it's actually in these artefacts and in its history that is where the energy is stored. And to be honest, that's something I believe. I'm a big believer in stone tape theory. So one of the most prominent places for this is the basement. The walls that surround me at the moment, they've seen everything. They've been here through everything. So the energy in here, you can just feel it. It's weird. It's really weird.
Right, the time's come for both of us to leave now. So before we finally leave, this is your last chance. I'm all by myself. Show me a signal that you remain here, or you haunt this house. Scare me. Do something to scare me, come on. Either let me hear your voice crystal clear, whisper it into a camera so I can hear it at a later date. Show yourself to me. Throw something. Touch me. Do something to prove that you're here.
Earlier on in the night, myself and Brian spoke to a boy called Chris. What we believe was a boy called Chris. If you're down here, Chris, speak into the device I'm holding. Just like the Ouija board, but on this you talk. Try and project your voice into the box I'm holding. It can't hurt you. Just say something to it. If there's anything you want to say to me, say it into this box. And I'll be able to play it back. And I'll be able to hear it. Does anyone else here? The same goes for you. Speak into the box I'm holding. It can't hurt you. It's twice I've heard a tap there. Speak into the box I'm holding. Tell me your name, tell me anything you want me to know. Say into this box. If you were a slave here, or you were hurt here, or you were imprisoned here, please come forth and speak to me in this box. Now is your time. Let's play this back. Earlier on in the night, myself and Brian spoke to a boy called Chris. What we believe was a boy called Chris. If you're down here, Chris, speak into the device I'm holding. It's just like the Ouija board. It's so dark. On this you talk. Try and project your voice into the box I'm holding. It can't hurt you. Just say something to it. If there's anything you want to say to me, say it into this box. I'll be able to play it back. Breathing. There is breathing behind my talking. I'll be able to hear it. Does anyone else here? The same goes for you. Speak into the box. It might be time to leave, I think. It can't hurt you. Not much really. It's been pretty easy going up here. Oh, when you said that, I thought something had happened.
Oh, no. Just looking at the clock now.
Okay, I'll be up now. Well, safe to say, Brian just scared the crap out of me then. Well, I've been down here for probably about 45 minutes. something like that. I don't know. I've lost track of time, to be honest. Feels like that. Could be longer, might be less. I don't know. Either way, haven't really had a lot happen down here. A few noises. I have to check that EVP because I thought I heard, like, after my speaking, I heard like breathing behind like that, which wasn't very nice. So I'm going to head upstairs now and see what Brian's captured.
Right, so this concludes the investigation at Antwerp Mansion. It's been quite an interesting one, quite varied, a lot more varied than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting some of the answers on the Ouija board at the beginning, and yeah, it doesn't really. I think we need to research into the DJ one especially. Oh, nice.
It's a nice parting gift.
Obviously, oh yeah. You had the fright in the red room, Mistress.
I'll be honest. Since that, I've struggled. Even down in the basement, I was trying to sort of get my words out, and I just lost track of it. I lost track of time. I lost track of everything. I was just really struggling down there.
Yeah.
I think that shook me up for the night, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that from this place, but it has shook me up a little bit.
I think seeing anything like how you described would be enough to probably send anyone over the edge. But for me, I've had, at the least, as far as I'm aware, I've had probably a lot less luck. I did hear some noises in the other rooms.
And the shadows at the start.
Shadows at the start, but that's all I can take at the minute before we start looking at evidence and footage. So
on that note, thanks for watching, and
until next time,
keep seeking the truth.